Hi, Tru Wonder team. I'm here with your weekend update. All right, so we are moving on a little deeper into Genesis, and we have left Noah last week. We're talking about Abram this week, continuing our ponder point of God is a covenant keeper. So I just love taking that moment to, hey, if you were here last week, do you remember what a covenant is? That's a big word. And for those of you who weren't here, a covenant is a very special promise. And when God makes these special promises, he keeps them. He does not break his promises to his people. Let's see. So we'll be building a fort or a tent in one of our explore activities just to kind of prep their minds. You know, when Abram was traveling, he would have just lived in a tent. They didn't have structures, homes when they left and moved on. Our other explore activity, because of the promise that God made to Abram that your descendants would be more numerous than the stars, we'll have some black butcher paper on the table and some chalk, and they can draw constellations or little stars or big stars or a whole galaxy like that one painting turned into a few weeks ago in 5K. But it'll just be fun because chalk is fun and the black paper is different than what we're used to. So we'll play around with that a little bit this weekend as well. Our verse this month is still, let the redeemed of the Lord tell their story. Psalm 107, verse 2. And just encouraging the kids, like, hey, when God has done a miraculous thing or a wonderful thing or an amazing thing in your life, tell people about it. That's what God has called us to do, is to tell others about him and what he has done. Our what's it this week is a suitcase, but not just any suitcase, mind you, a suitcase filled with other things to remind us of our story. So I'm going to be looking for a rainbow so that we can, we talked about Noah last week and the promise he made to Noah. A donkey, as Abram and Sarai left, they would have put their things on a donkey. And an image of a starry sky when God made the promise, and then a heart as well, just talking about God's love for Abram in that. So that'll be fun. Our response time is actually really beautiful, and we'll have images of suitcases because we used a suitcase, but the children are encouraged to think of someone in their life who does not know Jesus. And who can they carry that message to? So you can help the kids write those names on the suitcases, and then we'll hang them up in the room, either on the magnetic wall or using clothespins on string. Then moving on to our craft, we will be decorating star images. So we've got stickers, and they can color on them as well. And then I'll throw a couple of hole punchers in there because we could string those up and hang them around the room, perhaps as well, or if they want to take them home and hang them up too, that's fine. All right, just a quick reminder, I will not be here this weekend, but Dawn is here and you will have a service coach available at every service. So just make sure that at Huddle you check in and say, hey, who's our service coach? So I know who I'm looking for. Because that person is able to fill a hole in the room, they are able to run and get supplies, they are able to step in a hairy situation. A service coach is just a leader who we trust to be another version of us during that time, and just free us up for a little bit more on the weekends as well. All right. That's all I've got, so I just want to pray the blessing over you for the weekend. Leaders, the Lord God is like the sun that gives us light. He is like a shield that keeps us safe. The Lord who rules over all, blessed is everyone who trusts in you. All right, have a great weekend. Bye.